'Twas the Grinchy nightmare before Christmas vacation. Mother and father, with some kids of their own, love to live in their nice suburban home. Christmas vacation will soon be right here. What should we do with good tidings and cheer? Christmas party, the kids did declare. With carols and cookies, they really did care. Oh, that's a great idea, I'm glad that you said. Well, look at the time, let's get you to bed. The very next day, the plan they begin. Invite lots of family and fit them all in. Planning and planning, this party will be grand, said father aloud as he started to stand. But then something didn't seem right. Oh, what could it be? His arms didn't feel right. They were itchy. Itchy and scratchy, all their skin seemed to be. And when having a bubble bath, it wasn't bubbly. Was the water the cause? How could they solve this? They looked at their social media to find a good fix. Look at Dierolf Plumbing and Water Treatment. They have 5-star reviews. We should reach out to them to see if they're true. Eddie and Joe were called out to water test. They met the family and did all the rest. They discussed all their options, for their water was hard. Having a water softener would sure help you, and left them their card. Mother looked to father as the guys they did leave. They sure knew their stuff. They're knowledgeable indeed. A few weeks passed by, and Christmas party was getting near. Oh no, what could be happening? It's everybody's fear. Water pressure seemed low. It's rough taking a shower. And our party is happening in a few days and some hours. Not only that, but in the basement I peeked and saw several pipes were starting to leak. What is going on? How can this so be? Father was upset. Oh, was he angry? This was ruining Christmas vacation and put Dad in a mood. The party might not happen. Dad was a very mad dude. Hey, remember that business? Dierolf with their softener and all? They also do plumbing. Let's give them a call. Nothing's gonna get fixed if we just sit here and worry. Maybe they can come help us to be the hero of this story. Dierolf Plumbing was called and brought right up to speed. All of the family's troubles and water treatment needs. There are some leaks that we have found and the water pressure is low. Can you please come on out and help it to flow? We've planned a Christmas party and family is headed our way. What can we do to save this Christmas party day? Thanks for the call, Kelly said. We'll give you our best. Let me reach out to the team. I'll take care of the rest. This is a big job, as so it would seem. She proceeded to involve the whole management team. Mark was in charge, and with him 3 Matts. They worked up a solution and provided the estimate. Father and mother, the estimate did approve. Now it's time for the Dierolf team to really start to move. Kelly connected with Marty to help schedule the crew. Everything looks good, and we might finish by 2. The very next day, with electricity in the air, the crew loaded up the trucks and drove out taking care. They arrived on the scene, not a moment behind, greeted the family who said, well, aren't you just so kind? Wukash looked for the source of leaky issues, the ones that the family thought of while crying into tissues. Then with a smile on his face and a wrench in his hand, he fixed the leaky pipes that were plaguing the land. Chris turned to Caleb and gave him a fist bump. Then quick as a flash, they hooked up the well tank and new pump. They cleaned up their area, and when they were done, they each said to each other, my job sure is fun. John discussed with the family where the new systems would be placed, and not a trace of anxiety could be seen on their face. So David brought the new water softener into the room. As Christmas spirit crept in, he whistled a Christmas tune. While over to the side were the Justins, a pair, who installed a brand new UV system, with still time to spare. David and John got the water softener to work, so all the dissolved minerals in the pipes would no longer lurk. Ed brought in the salt for the tank to make brine, looked over the system and thought, this all does look fine. The team finished up by setting up all this new gear, then left the basement as clean as if they were never here. Miranda and Steve arrived for post-test. This home's water's clean. You guys are the best. Mom was so happy and filled with good feels and asked the Dierolf team, would they like to stay for a meal? She started to cook up all sorts of good food, and the Dierolf office team arrived in swell mood. Alyssa, Marissa, and Lydia handed out some nice gifts, as John and Olive were note-taking. Were they making a list? No, although they were messy if you got a good look. You see there the beginnings of this very same book. Brenda and Zach helped to clean up after the great meal. The family was oh so happy. Could this day have been real? Mark said that now is the time for the Dierolf team to leave. Let's pack up our stuff, and don't forget Steve. They got in their vans, and when almost out of sight, they yelled out, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Merry Christmas from the entire Dierolf Plumbing and Water Treatment team.